Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins. And this is either the last part or the second to last part of Okita's route. And that makes me sad because they're going way too fast. But that's only because it's half a game, so, you know. But also, I'm gonna admit, like, obviously, by the time you see this, I'm back to recording normally, but I'm recording this before I go away, just so I have a little bit of a buffer. Not much with Hakuoki. And I don't know, it really depends. Like, I'm actually leaving sooner than I expected, because I have to drive 10 hours to my mom's house, so. And then, apparently, I was gonna drive down there on a Monday, and then we've got to be up at the ass crack of dawn to go, like, to get her to the hospital by 6 for surgery, and it's like, oh my god, after driving 10 hours, I was like, maybe you should just come down Sunday beforehand. And I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, shit, oh my god, like, I'm literally like, it's a Thursday right now, and I'm leaving in like 2 days. Like, I still haven't packed, I still have to like, freaking clean and shit. I'm like, whatever. Oh my god, this has been the most stressful fucking week ever. But so I still haven't processed any of these videos. But again, these are just my buffer. They'll be posting. I'll be back. But I need a little bit of a buffer just in case, because I'm not 100% sure when I'm coming back. I'd like to take that first week in September off, or have had taken it. Who knows? But then I'm like, but if this is the last part, I'm not going to have anything to do tomorrow, and it's Friday night, and like I could actually like stay up late. And like, I'm not going to want to just like pack all night. I'm going to want to play games and like. But then I'm like, well, if this ends and it's only 4 parts, maybe I'll record the next one. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Oh god, I don't know what to do. But yeah, anyway, so well, I'll be back by the time you see this, but I'm not sure if I'll be recording whatever path comes next, like when I'm back, or if I'm gonna record it before I go. I don't know, because Okita's path went so fast, but I also don't want to be like in the middle of one when I leave, like, because that would make it sad. So I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, back into it. As I was thinking that the day had passed and night had fallen. We already read all this, and I don't know what we were thinking because I recorded that yesterday. And oh, that's right. Oh, and then we talked to him, and he's all sad because Shinpachi is kind of like angry or something, and like about stuff and. Whatever, and this is probably going to go into chapter 5, and then we'll be like, okay, it's really only going to be 1 part. Yep, there you go. Although, chapter 5 should legitimately, for the most part, be different, because we're, like, he's, so gee whiz! With the shogunate abolished, Yoshinobu Tokugawa left for Osaka. The old shogunate military followed, gathering most of their strength in Osaka. Even so, it was unclear how things would turn out. To predict the fate of the country required more information and insight than we possessed. What we did know, however, was that the Satsuma had grown more and more violent and needed to be stopped. Believing they were acting for the good of the country, the Shinsengumi set about trying to take back the imperial court from the Satsuma and the Choshu and put Lord Yoshinobu back in power. Back in power. I don't think we've read any of this because I think each end chapter is slightly different, but anyway. January 16th. The Shinsengumi, along with men from several other domains, were assigned to guard the Fushimi Magistrate's Office. Fushimi Magistrate's Office, I feel like we've read this. The location where the Shinsengumi was stationed during the Battle of Toba Fushimi. Okay, we haven't read any of this. Well, most of the night patrols were done by the Fury Corps, which included Sun and Heisuke and Okita. It's like hey, don't worry so much, Spacey. Huh? I wasn't worrying. Lies. You're lying. You want to look at yourself in the mirror? You're pale. Really? I was trying my best to keep it from showing on my face, but I guess Heisuke saw right through me. They don't have very many men. We'll be fine. The shogunate commands overwhelming manpower. The Satsuma and Choshu will recognize that soon enough. His voice sounded confident, but his face looked pale. No, true, but all their men have Western weapons and Western tactics. That could be trouble. We needn't worry about that either. How dangerous could foreign weapons be? Oh, come on. Oh, that's just wrong. you know where my brain went, right? With that, like, how dangerous could foreign weapons be? Well, shit. I'm not even sure. Well, okay. American weapons are pretty fucking dangerous. You shouldn't have asked that question. I know we're, like, a long way off from, like, World War II, but I'm just saying that's probably a dangerous question to ask if you're fighting crazy white people. It's just fuck. Because, you know, everybody was, oh, that was bad. That was way worse. We didn't think that through. Right? Yeah, no, we didn't. No, it wasn't smart. We create weapons first and then pay the consequences later and go, oh, that was not a good thing. Yeah, you think? Jesus. Men. This is why women should be in charge of shit, because they'd be like, let's just insult her nail polish color and then we'll be fine. And then be like, whatever, fine, we'll come to terms and agreements and whatever. We don't have to fight and kill people. Like, metaphorically, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. But, like, not, like, literally, because I don't want to get dirty. Sorry. Oh my god. That's just kind of... I don't know why when I read that I was like, how bad can they be? Snap. Oh, not good. Besides, the Shogunate army commands Furies. That's not going to help you in the future. He turned and walked away, back into the building. Didn't the water of life come from the west in the first place? Yeah, well, see? See? Crazy assholes over there. I mean, here. I mean, wherever. Europe. Let's blame them. Seeing Sanan act that way always made me nervous. I had begun to worry that the bloodlust was driving him mad. Our love will save him later. I'm gonna go check on Sanan. I don't like letting him out of my sight. Yeah. I nodded and Heisuke jogged off after Sanan. I grew worried and I turned to look at Okita. Okita, are you alright? Does it hurt anywhere? Do you feel sick? Or do I want blood? He'd seen through my plot so easily. He saw through my plot so easily. It didn't seem to matter to him, though, as he continued as if nothing had happened. No, I haven't felt any of that. At least not yet. I see. That was reassuring to hear, although both of us felt the weight of that yet. I can't speak for Sanan, but Heisuke's been alright so far, too. I fell silent, unsure of what he meant. Was he trying to reassure me? Or was he trying to remind me that they were only doing it fine thus far? What's wrong? You still blaming yourself. Maybe a little bit. He sighed in disbelief. Yeah, it's true things got a little complicated, but I was the one who decided to drink the water of life. Me. Like, you're not responsible for anything, Spacey. God. It's not all about you. It's just feel like because he's kind of bitchy. Like, I chose my path. What happened isn't your fault. And I didn't do it for you. Right. His tone broke no dissent. I could only nod. Nonetheless, the heaviness of my heart refused to lift. Yeah, I didn't do it for you. You don't need to be such an asshole. God. Why do I like... He is the asshole. He's such a fucking asshole. But I love him anyways. Didn't do it for you. Shh. Yes, you did. You love me, goddammit. Stop it. We're in chapter 5 already. You're gonna fall in love with me, you motherfucker. Oh, God, this game is so hard. So mean to me. It looks like you're getting better, at least. I do have my reservations when it comes to that serum, but... Even so, I'm glad that you're getting better. Look at his wide eyes, like, what? Okita? Nothing. Actually, I feel great. Better than ever, in fact. Right, your complexion looks way better. The cough that had grown progressively worse for the last several months was completely gone. I was definitely glad he was better. Now I'm pretty happy my tuberculosis is gone, but... I've been meaning to ask you, though. Why are you going on night rounds with us? 'Cause I love you. What? It was because I was worried about Okita. But I could hardly tell him that. I fell silent. We're fighting this Asuma this time, you know? Yes? Those demons who were after you are out there, and they aren't just screwing around. They're serious business. I know that. But I can't just sit around. I didn't tell you to sit around. I'm just saying a kid like you should be sleeping right now. A kid. Hello? At this point, it's been 4 motherfucking years, right? I'm like 16, 17, okay? Bitch, I'm not a kid. I will slap you. Okay, I'm still technically a kid because you're probably like fucking 30 if you think about it. They were in their 20s probably. That's like what I'm saying. But still, I mean, to you, I guess I'm a kid. But like, in the 1860s, I was like fucking half dead. Like, you're middle-aged at this point. Oh, well, you're beyond middle-aged, actually. I mean, you'd be lucky if you lived into your 40s, right? I don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing about history and the people's lifespans. Anyway. Why don't you work during the day with Hijikata and Saito and the rest of them? Because I've already romanced Saito and Hijikata's at the end. So I want to be with you. It's your path. I'm stalking you. You're stuck with me, bitch. Love me already. Don't you feel like the stocky asshole? Like, you make fun of the guys when we're in these paths and they're like, I just follow you around. You're like, oh my God, take a hint. We're going to fall in love with you anyway, but like, take a hint. It's weird. And now we're like, we're that person. Like, I'm just following you. Take a hint, Spacey. No! If I follow you enough, you'll fall in love with me. It's setting a really bad precedent is all I'm saying. Puts like the wrong idea in your head that all you have to do is just follow him around until he like, he would legitimately stab me in real life. Like, if this were like real and I like following him around, he'd be like, I'm just going to stab you because you're annoying. And he'd be like, look, if she was annoying, just whatever. And they'd be like, eh. Like, we'd be dead. We'd be long since dead. But anyway. Nighttime was when I felt the worst for standing by and doing nothing. But I didn't think Okita would understand that. Perhaps I was only in the way when I went out with the Fury Corps. This battle is going to be a long, hard one. That's what she said? What? I'm sorry. This game fucks with me. I also had a big glass of wine before I played this. Oh. Sanan thinks we can wrap it up quickly, but he's wrong. With that, he turned and walked away, leaving me alone. Hey, wait for me! But I wasn't even sure myself why I was so determined. But I did know that I was worried for Okita, and we love him, and he hates you. And he knows that you love him because he heard it. Like, look, I didn't do it for you! God! Also, I didn't do this for you. I did it for myself. But, like, I also love you, but I didn't do it for you. Weird. But there was no way I could say that to him. Writing about it would do me little good. I balled my hands into fists, trying to clear my mind. I just need to do my best. If I can make myself useful, then there was no reason I couldn't keep working on the night patrols. January 18th. 2 days after the Shinsengumi had been assigned to guard the magistrate's office, I found myself woken suddenly from a nap. I don't know why at first, only that the compound was especially tense. Something had happened. First Division! Second Division, move out! Was that Nagakura? What was going on? Move it! You're headed for the main road! The rumble of marching echoed across the courtyards as Nagakura and his men departed. Oh, can I just say, too, side note, pause, hashtag side note, that Okita is voiced by the voice actor who did Impei, and it just dawned on me, like, just in the back of my mind, like, wow, he's a completely different character. Like, obviously they're different characters, but it's just funny because you're like, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, like, Okita's like, we're being the Impei character chasing him around and just following him and like, but I love you! And he's like, oh my God, fucking leave me alone, Jesus. And he's eventually gonna fall in love with us because that's kind of what Impei did to us. And we were like, oh, he fell in love with you, even though at first we were like, seriously, put it away. Like, what the hell? We're basically doing that. And it's just funny because then I'm like, but Okita's voice actor is the same. So they would have the same voice. And in Code Realize, it was like, but I love you. And in this one, he's like, oh my God, leave me alone. But I know they're two different characters, two different people, but it's just funny because you're like, it's the same voice actor, so therefore the characters should be the same. It's just funny. Oh my God. Anyway, I find that amusing. You know. What happened? I made my way through the crowd that had gathered until I found myself at the center. There before me. Kondo? He recognized me and managed a faint smile before sagging back down. Did he get... Oh, he had gotten stabbed or something, right? Yeah, because we found, like, he was injured in the other paths, but it was like we just never knew what happened to him. Kondo's right shoulder was overflowing with blood, dyeing his sleeves into a bright red. What happened? His wound! Oh no! He was shot in the shoulder. Kondo, can you move your arm? No, that would be a bit difficult. That's so. No, force yourself. Just sit still. What happened? Chief Kondo, we have a room prepared. I can't do his voice anymore. Like, I can't. I could never do his voice. I know exactly what I'm picturing in my head for his voice, but I can't do it. I can't get that deep. But anyway. All right. Thanks, Yamazaki. Kondo left the room as Yamazaki aided him. Yamazaki, is there anything I could do to help? No, I can handle it on my own. If I need a hand, I'll call for you right away. So can you please stay here? Okay. Kondo headed towards the room as he let Yamazaki guide him. Shimada, what happened? He was attacked on the way back from Nijo Castle. Bastards just about shot him off his horse. If he'd fallen off, I don't know if we'd have been able to. Anyway, they had us surrounded by the time we figured out what was going on. We broke through, but it was a tough fight. If they'd aimed for the horse, I don't think we'd be having this conversation. Lucky for us, they're idiots. What's going on? It's so noisy. What's the fuss about? Oh, shouldn't you be sleeping? He's a fury now. He shouldn't be up in the afternoon. He just laughed. With all this noise? Not even I sleep that deep. Actually, I could ask you the same question. Huh? You're on the night shift, just like me. Yesterday you told me not to be. God, make up your mind, bitch. Oh my god. What are you doing up? Well, I was up because I was curious what the commotion was, just like Okita. But I wasn't a fury. The sunlight didn't bother me. There's no way I could say that now, though. Plenty of the rank-and-file soldiers were nearby, and they had no idea the Furies even existed. So, what happened? Kondo was shot. What? His eyes went wide. And? Is it serious? Look, he's like all stressed out. Oh, it's adorable. He actually gives a fuck about someone. Not us, but whatever. He will when I get shot. I'll watch you cry. I'll show you. Wait a minute, that sounds crazy. I knew it was going to sound crazy, that's why I said it. Like, it didn't just graze him, if that's what you mean. What do you mean it didn't just graze him? How can you be so calm when Kondo's been hurt? I thought for a moment that Okita was going to grab Hijikata and shake him. That, I want to say. I'd never seen the man so agitated before.
Calm down, Soji. What's the point in getting mad at Toshi for?
That's not his voice. Why can't I do his voice? I am calm! Anyways, tell me the details on what happened. Who shot him? You guys already killed him or arrested them, right? Allow me to explain. You see... Shimada calmly recounted the events up to Kondo's shooting. Then... You only sent 3 men with him? What, are you insane? You know how dangerous it is out there for him right now. Kondo was going to Nijo Castle for a war conference as the chief of the Shinsengumi. Some of the other people there were Shogunate bigwigs. He couldn't show up with a bunch of guards. Some of the men high up in the government aren't real fond of the Shinsengumi. And they might have gotten the wrong idea, is that what you're saying? I mean, he could have died out there. So it's more important for us to look good than for Kondo not to get fucking shot? I love it when they swear. Ah! I do. Usually it's Hijikata, but... Didn't say that. Then why?
Soji, this isn't Toshi's fault. Kondo only wanted to take us for his escort. Kondo said himself that it would be unbecoming for the chief of the Shinsengumi to be surrounded by a bunch of guards for his own protection.
So if you want to blame someone, we're it. It was our job to protect the chief and we failed. No, big guy. Oh, it's okay. Pat, pat. He's like super tall and like a big, nice teddy bear dude. Like, oh, it's okay. Pat, pat. Don't die. Both of them die, don't they? I mean, Gen always dies, that poor motherfucker. Poor nice little old man. I just imagine him being like a little old man, even though he's probably like 30. Like, whatever. It's the haircut. The lack of hair, really. He's like, I went bald at like 15, okay? Like, Jesus. It's not even. Why do you give me old man voice? It's hard to protect somebody from a gunshot, Shimada. Not your fault. Hijikata put Kondo's life in danger when he let him go out with only 3 men. Besides, I'm finding it a little hard to believe that was really what Kondo wanted to do. Maybe someone talked him into it. Oh, he's trying to look good. Like, Hijikata.
Soji! Soji!
I can't do Ken's voice like angry, like just saying one word. Kondo didn't want to risk leaving the magistrate's office undefended just to cover his own tail. This place had represented Yoshinobu's authority in Kyoto. He didn't want to take any chances with it. That was something Kondo would say. I let him do it. That was my mistake. I don't plan on making any bullshit excuses on that front. I could sense that Hijikata actually wanted to have many guards watch after Kondo as well. His bitter expression said it all. If he dies, it's your ass in the fire, Hijikata. If he dies, I'll never ever forgive you. I'll find you no matter where you may be, and I'll kill you. Woo! Oh, I want to see this battle to the death. But, like, please don't kill each other. Just fight and, wrestle a little sweaty. I don't know. It'd be a sword fight, but, like, it's okay. Just don't kill each other, because we love you both. But I can almost see a flame swirling in his black eyes as he glared at Hijikata with impunity. In his black eyes, his eyes are green. His eyes are fucking green. Thank you. I mean, legitimately, his eyes would not have been green. But they are in the CG. That's the way you made him, so you should have written the text right. All I'm saying, I want my text to match. They had it right when they talked about Saito's eyes. They said something about his blue eyes, right? And you're like, well, that's actually true. Even though he probably legitimately did not have blue eyes, but whatever. And then Okita turned and stormed back into his room without another word. Nagakura's men returned as the sun was setting. We're back, Spacey. Hey, welcome back. Oh, that was Shinpachi. I thought it was Sanosuke. Okay, never mind. We're back, Spacey. Oh, Nagakura, Harada, welcome back. So, how was it? Did you find out who the culprit was? Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any clues. However, we were able to recover the bodies of those who were murdered in the attack, so for that, it was worth going. Forget that. How's Kondo doing? Is his condition any better? Actually, he has a high fever. He can't talk right now. That doesn't sound good. Wouldn't it be better for us to send him to a facility that has more stuff than here to treat him? Kondo's got the worst luck, huh? Okita. Huh. What's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost. Well, it's true that I'm a monster, though. I thought that something might have been off for Okita to joke so lightheartedly like that. What's gotten over you? Or what's... Nothing, really. Do I look different than normal? Well, I'm not saying that. The grin was still there, and I wasn't quite sure how to respond to it. Could he really just laugh off something that so obviously had changed him? Yes. Oh, yeah. I gotta talk to Heisuke about something. Think he could just wait here. Of course. Shinpachi, Sano, I'll see you guys later, alright? Take care of Kondo for me. I sighed as I watched him head off toward the back of the compound. Later, I was with Yamazaki discussing what to do for now, and I returned to the common room. With nothing to do, I let my gaze shift up toward the star-speckled sky to watch thin clouds drift across the moon. I didn't realize how long I'd been standing there until Heisuke ran up to me. Like how they did. Hey, Spacey! Here you are, Spacey! What's wrong? Have you seen Soji? I can't find him anywhere. What? What had he meant? Something felt wrong. I didn't like it. He went to look for you. Me? You're lying, right? I've been on duty at my station for, well, all night. I never saw Soji. What? Something was definitely wrong. Heisuke, could you tell Hijikata that Okita's gone missing? I have a very bad feeling about this. Yeah, same here. I mean, especially with Kondo being shot and all. Damn, is he alright? I hope he won't be rash. And that's where I get the bitch please face. Like, it's Okita. He's out there murdering people right now. I'm sorry. Heisuke muttered under his breath as he scurried toward Hijikata's room. What should I do? I knew that I wasn't supposed to go out on my own without express permission from Hijikata, but I recalled how Okita was behaving earlier this afternoon. He seemed so eerily calm despite what had happened to Kondo. I couldn't just leave Okita out there by himself. I mean, he's way more capable in handling this than you. I lost myself and ran out the door. It didn't matter to me that I was running out of breath, and I just ran and ran through the night. In the middle of a dim pathway, I'd finally found him. Slaying people. His sword was drawn, being swung delicately in his hand, but his fierce eyes weren't playing around. Okita moved swiftly between a group of warriors, piercing a man in his throat before sliding to slice the leg of a man standing right behind him. He must feel good, though. He's like, oh, I'm killing people. And you're like, that's scary. I mean, good for you. I'm happy that you're back to your normal self, but it's a little weird that your normal self is like, yeah, slicing people's throats. Woo! And you're like, okay. You do you, boo. Okay. He didn't even bother to wipe the blood off. He just swung and swung and swung and swung. His technique. Oh no, is that Okita of the Shinsengumi? Oh. We have an impressive boyfriend. He's not our boyfriend yet, but goddammit, shut up. Yes, he is. That's right. It's a bit too late for you now, though. Wish you'd have caught on before I'm about to murder you. Wish you'd have caught on before I'm about to murder you. Okita from the Shinsengumi is here! Retreat! You guys are real stupid. Do you really think I'm about to let any of you go? There was no hesitation in his movements. Stop! I mean, it's war, so I'm like, even the Susuma, skilled warriors in their own right, were no match against Okita. There's something so disturbing and sexy about this. I'm like, why are we like, there's no match for him? Like, oh, that's sexy. And wrong, he's murdering people, and we should be like, I'm appalled. But, I mean, we're just really turned on by his technique. Like, wow, you're good. I mean, there's a bunch of dead people, and that's weird. But I have mixed feelings. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to feel about this. The man fighting in the street before me was no human. He was an engine of slaughter, which he probably was before he became a Fury. Now he's just... Okita! There was no escape. Okita's skill as a human was practically speed and... Okita's skill as a human was practically speed and strength of a Fury. He became a force of nature. That doesn't make... Does that not make sense? That didn't make sense to me. Like, not one of the men before him would leave that street alive. As the last spell, he slid his sword, still wet with blood, back into its sheath and turned in search of his next victim. Oh, that would be me. Okita! I threw myself into his path. And now his eyes look blue. They're supposed to be green, but they look blue, but that's okay. What are you doing here? His gaze was almost sharp enough to draw blood. And her eyes are the size of his head. Like, Okita's aura was radiating with the killer's intent. I almost froze in fear. I came to stop you. His expression twisted into something halfway between stunned surprise and disgust. You? Stop me? I'm just doing my job. You don't get to tell me to stop. There was a cold fury beneath his words that made my throat tighten. Is this really going to help the Shinsengumi? Obviously. My job is to kill our enemies. If you really think it's your duty to kill all these men like this, then why did you leave without telling anyone? Touché, Spacey. Ha! You already know, don't you? This is wrong. Are you trying to say you think I'm... Oh, Are you trying to say you think I'm doing this for my own reasons, not the Shinsengumi? Yes, I am. He wanted to kill anyone who had a hand in the attack on Kondo. That was his reason. I knew it. Well, let's say you're right. What's wrong with me doing what I'm doing? Well, it's my duty to kill. So long as the result's the same, What's it matter if I get there a little differently? How should I answer this? I want you to do the right thing! Saying this isn't what Kondo would want is actually the bad thing. Okita, it wasn't easy to say what I wanted to, but I pushed forward. If I happened to let the wrong thing slip, it may give him the wrong impression for me. But I still felt like he needed to hear this. You said yourself that it was your decision to drink the water of life. This is what that this was the path you chose, to be a fury. Maybe I did. So? His glare didn't waver. If you believe in the path you chose, then shouldn't you be trying to follow it the right way? I don't know what you're talking about. He looked down and I was surprised to see pain on his face. I'm a weapon. All I can do is kill people. I never worried about the notion of what's right or wrong. I just killed people no matter who it was, as long as it was what Kondo wanted. That's how I've been living my whole life. Although his stubbornness was showing, I could see the emotions pooling in his eyes, as if this were difficult for him to talk about. I didn't know what kind of life he had lived up to this point, or what kind of thoughts were drifting and colliding inside of him to bring these emotions out enough for him to say it aloud. But if you just think of yourself as a weapon, I took a deep breath. I think that's fine. If he wants to live as the Shinsengumi's sword, it isn't my place to say otherwise. I knew that, but I don't think you should lie to your own heart. My own heart? I think I understand how you feel. Kondo is really important to you. Okita loved Kondo like a brother. How could he simply sit by and do nothing after seeing someone he cared about nearly killed? Sitting by his bedside all day isn't going to make him heal any faster. And protecting the magistrate's office isn't going to save Kondo no matter what you do. Okita must have felt helpless, and so he turned to the one thing that could give him the control over life and death he so greatly desired: battle. I truly understand how you feel, but please, don't lose sight of who you are. Is it really your duty to let your emotions control you? Is that the kind of warrior you are? The fact that you can only kill people, do you really think that's all you have going for yourself? Okita stared down at me as if I were the most irritating thing in the world for him to look at. Because we're right. But eventually, Spacey, you keep this up and I might really kill you this time. How many times have I heard him say he would kill me? Okita! You just get out of my way already. I hate how all you people act as if you know everything about me and how I feel. You just thought we were at Spacey. I made a touching moment. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm gonna kill you. Damn it! God! You are so much harder than Saito. He's at least nice, soft, and squishy. He's just really he's just hard to bed. But Jesus! You're hard to even get us to, not be a dick. Shit. Fuck. Oh my God. I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna be so, oh my God, painful. Because it's only half the game, right? We're gonna get to Edo Blossoms, and I'm gonna be like a raging fucking lunatic. God damn it! I better get some action! And they better not skip over that shit. 2 years later, fuck that shit. No. No, you better pick up right where... Nyeh. Nyeh. You don't get to cock block me like this game. I'll be so mad. 2 games. Behind the cold ice of his gaze, I could sense a man who would kill without a second thought. Perhaps this would be the time he finally made good on that threat. Whatever. I'm gonna die of a broken heart because you won't love me, so fine, just kill me. But even so, I had to stop him. I won't move. If he let his emotions get the better of him, he would surely regret it later, and I couldn't bear to think of him suffering like that. Even if it meant I had to put my life on the line, I would stop him. If you really want to go, then you'll have to kill me first. His eyes bored into mine, and for several very long seconds, neither of us spoke. His eyes could have easily killed me with the... he could have easily killed me with the sword in his right hand. But his eyelashes shook faintly. Why the hell did you do that? No one would praise you for risking your life to stop a guy like me. They just think you're dumb. But why? I can't just forget about you. He laughed. You're nuts, you know that? Yeah, a little bit. Was I imagining things? His words didn't seem to have the usual snide edge attached to them. Just as the silence began to stretch to uncomfortable levels, I heard a voice. Wait, why is Sano saying that? Like, hey, the guy over there is Soji, right? This voice. I finally found you. You've come all the way here? Harada, Saito. Oh, Saito, I still love you. Look, he's like the short one. He's like the little adorable, like you're so cute and little. Like, he's still my favorite because he's so quiet and doesn't say anything and just. Soji, this is too much even for you. What were you going to do if people of other domains saw you? Pfft, I'm not dumb enough to get caught. Don't underestimate me. I'm not dumb enough to get caught. I mean, I caught you. I mean, I want to be like, No. We risked our lives once and you didn't stab us. We're just going to keep our mouth shut. Not going to push our luck. Not pushing it. I understand where you're coming from. Kondo's fever had broken. He'll be fine. Really? Saito's like, no, he's dead. But yeah, he'll be fine in the afterlife if his fever broke and he like died. But whatever, just don't tell Okita. Like, just kidding. If you don't believe me, why don't you go back to the magistrate and see for yourself? Okay, isn't that a relief, Okita? Are you sure, Hajime? Is Kondo really... I think you, of all people, know how I would never joke about a thing like this. Just do not ever act out and worry the chief like that again. Oh, so Kondo's okay then. I'm glad. He looked like he couldn't find any other words. I saw his shoulders relax. I expect this sort of thing from Soji, but you? You need to remember to think before you act, Spacey. Under Harada's hard gaze, I suddenly remembered that I'd left the compound without permission. I was attempting to stop him from being stupid, and Lord knows it took you assholes long enough to get here, so I'm just saying, fuck you guys. I do this job better. But I'm not going to say that because they'll stab me, so just what I'm saying, man. I'm sorry. No sooner were the words out of my mouth than we heard the frantic tweeting of a whistle from some distance away. Looks like they found us. We need to get out of here before they show up. Yes! We ran as fast as we could toward the Fushimi magistrate's office. When we returned, Hichikata was waiting for us. He was not pleased. Really? I think this is happy-faced. And that's also his, like, angry face. And his laughing face. And his, like, that's just his face. Okay? That is always his face. Like, honey, you're gonna get forehead, like, right there. Like, right, those wrinkles right between your eyebrows. Like, I just want to walk up to him, just, like, smooth them out. Like, you're getting wrinkles. Just gonna smooth those out for you. Because, girl, it's not, Idiots. Although his words were rough, it looked like Hijikata was relieved. He must have been worried about us. Aw, especially Okita. Aw, that's his worried face. I'll let it slide this time. But don't ever do this again, understand? What a coincidence, Hijikata. I was just thinking the same thing. Since Kondo's gonna be fine, I thought I'd let you off this time. That's so. Gee, thanks. But don't think that means I forgive you. As he finished, Okita's voice turned suddenly harsh. He then spun on his heel and stormed from the room. I left the compounds without approval. I wasn't sure, though, if it meant that I'd be held responsible as well. My heart was pounding. If Soji hadn't disappeared, you wouldn't have left, right? Yes. I mean, no, I wouldn't have left. And this is his fault. I let him slide for now, so there's no way I can punish you. Thanks. Get some rest. You haven't slept much today. That's his, like, really caring face. Like, oh, it's his gentle mom face. Notice that it doesn't look much different. It's slightly less pissed off than his normal face. Oh, he has resting bitch face. I didn't know how to respond. Hijikata wasn't usually nice. I cannot wait till the end when we go down his path, because It's going to be so much fun. Because he's like, oh, he's so angry. And he, and the face. And then he's going to be like the softest fucking marshmallow. I just really want him to be like the one that you go down his path and like just 2 weeks in, you're like, so, and then his pants are off and you're like, wow, you're easy. The rest of them are so difficult. You are easy. He's like, look, I'm so stressed. Do you see the stress face that I have all the time? Yeah, you need to get some, honey. Like, you notice some of them that go to Shimabara all the time are just like totally cool and chill. There's a reason for that. It's the alcohol and the ladies. I'm just saying. You should probably either drink or get laid more often. Or both. I'm volunteering as tribute, is all I'm saying. Like, I can't play these games, guys. I think I need my little. I don't know if taking a break from playing these is going to be like a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if it's literally going to be like an addiction where I'm going to be like tweaking out, like I'm going through withdrawals, or if I'm going to come back and be like, okay, I'm good. So now I can play these and act like a normal human being instead of like a crazy fucking weirdo. Nah. Oh, he's gonna be crazy and weird. Anyway. Thank you, Hichikata. I bowed and turned to leave. Nearly at the door and almost out of earshot, I heard him mutter to himself. So it's all my fault, huh? Aw. It's not all your fault. Kondo is a grown man. He can make decisions. The next day, December 10th, I didn't wake up until evening had arrived. I just want to go back a little bit, because wasn't it January? Isn't it January? I'm sorry, I'm pretty fucking sure it was January. Wow, we went through a lot. I'm just the next day, December 10th. Didn't it say January, or am I just fucking crazy? Does Japan do its fucking dates backwards? Like January comes before December? Like they're backwards? Because I didn't think that's the way it was. Guys, this is gonna take fucking forever. Curiosity, though. Then I need to, it's just, now I'm invested. Now we're invested in this. Also the yeah, January 18th. Okay, I thought it was January and now it's December. Is it like a year fucking later already? Treat. That's not how time works, game. Wow. Translation error is all I'm going to say. Because it can't even be January 18th, right? Because it was January 18th. If this is next day, it's January 19th. So that's not even close. It's not even like, oh, well, they put the wrong month. No, I mean, that's not even. We went back a month and 8 days. Like, anyway. The next day, not December 10th, I didn't wake up until evening had arrived. I must have been more tired than I'd thought. It was nearly time for the night shift to begin, so I leapt into my clothes and dashed out of my room. It's almost Christmas again, guys. Time work. Be like, oh my god, I slept for like a fucking year. And he's like, you really did. Okita? What is it? Do you know where Kondo is? I went to check up on him and I didn't see him. He's gone to visit Dr. Masumoto in Osaka. Dr. Masumoto? Yeah, so in the meantime, Hijikata's in charge of the troops. Oh, he looks happy about it. But I guess since Dr. Masumoto is going to be the one to watch over Kondo, I don't have to worry. Even though he's a real hard ass and gets on my case about stuff, he's still a good doctor. Gets on your case? Okita, that's not it. He's very worried about your health. I know. Doesn't change the fact that he gets on my case too much. You can't. If you walk on your leg, you'll lose it. I'm gonna keep walking on my leg. You're just an asshole. I still love him, but he's an asshole. I looked as if Okita had calmed down, but only the day before he'd run off all on his own. I had to keep my guard up. No sooner had I spoken than a gunshot shattered the night air. I saw Okita's jaw clench. Okita, no! I rushed to stop Okita, but several more gunshots went off in succession, almost as if they were provoking us. Sorry. He dashed by me and ran off toward the sound of gunfire. Okita! I ran after him. Oh God, Spacey, you're an idiot. Look, it's his job to do this, right? Why'd you come after me? It's dangerous. Why don't you stay at the magistrate? Because I'm like a puppy. I just follow you everywhere. Well, it's because there's no point in stopping you. No, I'm worried about you. Wait, I'm 99%. Yeah, that's totally it. I'm worried about you gets our unrequited love ending. Well, with low romance, obviously. Because I was worried about you, Okita. I'm not so weak that I need you worrying about me now, too. I mean, sure, I was ill just a little while ago, but now I'm fine. I understand that, but just know, I was worried. I was sure my feelings were nothing but a burden for Okita, but that didn't mean I could just walk out on him either. Oh, that's our last romance point. We got all the romance points with him. You're really something, you know that? Huh? I'd expected him to be sneering over me with a cold expression, but come on, let's hurry. Whoever shot Kondo might be in the direction of that gunshot. Oh, wait! He's like, you're really something, you know that? And you're like, wait, are you all of a sudden nice to me? Because, like, literally last night you were, like, gonna kill me, and now you want to have sex with me? Wow. I was not expecting that. He's like, I'm just giving you a hard time. Just want to see how desperately you wanted me. Well, clearly very much, because we haven't given up. My breaths were quick and staggered as we ran through the chilly Kyoto evening. It seemed as though many civilians had been frightened from the sounds of the battle, so many homes were shut and locked. There were no signs of people anywhere. Oh, there's my twatty brother. Hey, you there! Oh, shit. Okita picked up something in his periphery and he disappeared into the alleyway. I rushed to follow him. This is probably not a good idea for me to be out here. We're gonna die. Should I say, long time no see? Was it you who shot Kondo? Okita brooded with a silent, murderous glare. As I looked to see at whom Okita was glaring, it's our brother. I saw the shadow. I'm not dumb. Kaoru! Why the sudden change of heart? Huh? The last time you saw me, you called me your enemy. And yet I'm still Kaoru to you? So patronizing. I can't stand you. I'm gonna call you the C word, because that's what you're acting like. I bit my lip. It was Kaoru who tricked Okita into drinking the water of life. But he was still my brother. Oh, okay, this is where we always get stupid. Like, but he's my brother, I can save it. No, just let Okita kill him. Okay, bye, Felicia. You're a dick. You don't deserve to live. Blood is not thicker than water, okay? We made our family. The Shinsengumi is our family. You're just a twat who tried to kill the man I love, even though he wants to kill me and hates me and maybe likes me. I don't really know, but whatever. Let's just, that's beside the point. You tried to kill him. You're a douche hole. And, like, I'm just going to let him kill you because he wants to stab someone. And at least then he can just take out all the rage he feels about wanting to stab me on you because you look like me. So, Okita, please stab him. Go stab. Okita, stab. Go, stab. He just doesn't do what we tell him. He's a bad dog. It was Kaoru who tricked Okita into drinking the water of life. Oh, but he's still yeah, okay, anyway. I knew he was not a good person, but Okita, on the other hand, seemed to have no such reservations. Answer my question. Or do I need to make you talk? With my sword, that is. You're accusing me without evidence? Humans are so... Ha! Yes, I think I do remember. I ran into some men from the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. Guardians of the Imperial Tomb? They wanted to avenge Ito. You remember him, the man you deceived and murdered? Unfortunately, they didn't have the courage to attack the magistrate's office. I have suggested they wait on a particular road on a particular day. Then you... How did I misunderstand? I didn't mean for him to be hurt. I just never thought the chief of the Shinsengumi would be such an idiot. Only 3 guards? Why, he was practically asking to be shot. Damn you! Okita snarled and I saw his body tense to attack. So did Kaoru, and with another cruel grin, he snapped his fingers. From the shadows, men suddenly appeared. Oh no. What? Okita and I stood for a moment, stunned by surprise, and Kaoru took that opportunity to put some distance between us. We need to stop being so useless and get our demon powers. Like, I get it that we're not as strong, like a female demon's not as strong as a male demon. Okay, fine. Let's be sexist, game, whatever. But, like, they all have strength and we have nothing. Like, of course, I 100%, male demons are stronger than female demons. Well, yeah, because I'm about as weak as a female human, and, like, the weakest female human ever. That's basically what I am. Like, a tissue is stronger than my ass. I'm just saying. Like, could we at least do something and not be completely useless? Like, I get it. We're not, like, skilled swords people. Like, we're not a skilled swordswoman. Swords person. Okay. So, like, obviously, yeah, whatever. But we could at least, like, bite somebody. We should be able to do something instead of just cowering in fear and being like, oh my god. Girl. Just get angry. Defend your man. Start stabbing people. You know, scratch them. I don't know. Like, something. Just cower in the corner waiting for him to save you. Is that just like... Is this a game for men or for women? Because, like, the women are so weak. They're always so, like, fragile, delicate flowers that can't do anything. Like, I was going to fight, but I just couldn't. No, bitch, fight. I mean, don't get me wrong. We'd all be terrified if there was some dude with swords and demons chasing us. I mean, but, like, if you were a demon, wouldn't you be like, I should have some kind of demon powers, and I may suck at this, and I'm probably going to break an arm, but I must try. Don't you hurt my man! Clawing, throw a rock, I don't know, something. Most of us would try something instead of just cowering in the corner whimpering. Just saying. Jeez. Like, yeah, I mean, if we tried to fight and we still got injured and they still saved us, you'd be like, you saved me! And they'd be like, you were actually not too bad. You'd gotta stand up for yourself. Nice job trying. Thanks! I just want an A for effort, you know. Just want to put in some effort is all I'm saying. Anyway, that's a pretty obvious trap. Oh, somebody's just sour grapes. Your lives are in a precarious state. Both of them were cynical, twisted grins. We're like, oh, this is weird. Our crazy brother and our crazy man that we love. Ooh, weird. They glared at one another. I inched my hand towards my sword. I didn't know how much I'd be able to do, but I wouldn't go down without a fight. Okay, so there you go. This is all I want. I just wanted to try. Still, you are Okita of the Shinsengumi. I don't think we can shoot you quite as easily. Huh? Why was Kaoru doing this? What could he be thinking? Because he turned him into a fury and now, like, then you had hope. Like, oh my god, Okita's actually gonna live and it'll be okay. And now he's gonna kill him and you're like, well, fuck. Your tone's kind of pissing me off, kid. If you got something to say, how about you just say it? Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was just suggesting that these fine gentlemen shoot their weaker target first. Oh. As he spoke, I suddenly realized all the guns were pointed towards me. Such a shady piece of shit. Gonna rely on some cheap tricks, huh? Call me what you want. The guns exploded with noise. No! If we were this surrounded, there was no way the both of us could dodge them all, duck. You know what? That's when you fall on the ground. They're pointing at you, and you jump to the ground, and chances are they're going to just shoot past you and hit somebody out. Like, well, that's what you get for being in a circle around me and shooting, and I just jumped to the floor, and now you just shot each other. Come on. I've seen TV. That would work, right? Probably not, but it would be amazing. Like, ha-ha! Foiled again. Unless they're shooting at your kneecaps, then you'd be fucked. Something blocked my vision. No! Oh god, if they're silver bullets, that's bad. Oh. Ugh. Suddenly, he was standing in front of me. All of the bullets that should have hit me were taken by him. Oh. Okita! Why? Why did you do that? Seriously, why? You hate us. I know he doesn't, but I was speechless. Blood was already beginning to pour from his body. The sight of him tattered in bullet holes tore my heart apart. But he endured the pain, turning around to look at me. You hurt? No, I'm fine. You took them all. Good. He smiled out of relief. He wavered, then collapsed to the ground in a heap. Okita! Because they're silver bullets. Okita! Okita! So he could get horribly wounded, but as long as I wasn't hurt, it was okay? It's not okay! It's not okay at all! I felt my vision start to blur and realized suddenly that I was crying. Anger, tears, girl, rage. My voice broke as I tried to speak. If you get hurt, that makes me sad too. It kills me to see you hurt just as much as it kills you to see Kondo hurt. I kept calling his name, but he didn't answer. He was still breathing, but each breath drew a pained groan from his chest. Okita! If it were just shallow wounds from the bullets, then it shouldn't be too serious, but if his vital organs were hurt, then his life would undoubtedly be in danger. It was only then that I heard Kaoru's laughter. What an idiot! Well, he did just what I expected him to. You! Oh my god, girl, go after him and slit his throat. I mean, we're probably gonna die in attempt, but at least, make an attempt. The blood drained from my face. You were trying to shoot him the whole time, weren't you? You tell me. Okita got hurt pretty bad because of you, didn't he? He sure is a dumbass for protecting a useless person like you. I'm not so useless. Hello, I'm sorry. Let's just pause. Pause. Lowercase T timeout, okay? Bitch, or uppercase T. Super timeout, bitch. Weren't you the one whining and crying before, like, I wasn't born a girl. I'm not useless. I'm good for breeding stock, bitch. In your fate. That's not really what I want to be used for, but I'm just saying I'm more useful than you, asshole. I just want us to throw that in his face. Yeah? Well, at least I can breed. Breedless freak. Like, you're the one who's useless, can't even have babies. Ooh. Just because I'm an asshole. And I picked up some stuff from Okita. We picked up some dick moves from him, so. No, I'm kidding. I've always been an asshole. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but I had no rebuttal. Yes you do, bitch! I just gave you one. If I hadn't been there, then Okita wouldn't have been hurt. He never would have been shot, and he might have even been able to fight his way out of Kaoru's trap. But I had been there, and now he was dying, and it was all my fault. I mean, I can't really... yes. Kaoru's smile was suddenly gone. You need to suffer more. At Kaoru's signal, the men drew back. I won't kill you, either of you, so easily. I'm looking forward to our next meeting, dear sister. Fucking A, Finis. Damn you! The words were out of my mouth before I realized I was saying them. Kaoru turned to look over his shoulder at me and smiled. If you could just see your face, hear your voice. The more despair and anger you feel, the more you look like me. How could there be any doubt that we're brother and sister? Because I'm not a cunt. Woo! He is one, though. With one last horrible smile, Kaoru and his men disappeared into the night. After what seemed like an eternity, I heard the murmur of voices. It was the Shinsengumi shoulders. Ahem. It was the Shinsengumi soldiers who'd been sent out to investigate the gunshots. Scream for help. We carried the barely conscious Okita back to the magistrate's office together. Okita was shot? Yes. Even if they were using the newest revolvers, that shouldn't be enough to put down a Fury. They probably had those revolvers, I realized. Each man had fired off several shots without reloading. Even if the wound is deep, it's small. So as long as we remove the bullet, the wound should heal. But why won't Okita wake up then? I'm not sure. There might be something in the bullets, or the guns those soldiers were using, or... We kept tending to his scars, but Okita's wounds weren't healing. He'd fallen into unconsciousness and continued bleeding even after the bullets were removed. Hichikata called me into his room. Hey, sorry for calling you over here. It's fine. You see, I discussed this with Sanan. We're gonna move Soji to Osaka Castle. Osaka Castle? So see, you don't know that he becomes a Fury in any other routes, but you knew that he had TB and blah blah blah, and then it was he and Kondo were moved, and you just think it's because it's tuberculosis, right? But now you know it's really not. So kind of all still goes together. It's just, Or, but then again, does he become a Fury if we aren't involved with him because we don't go into the room, and then our brother wouldn't give him the potion because we don't care about it. Like that. You know what I mean? Of course we care about him, but we're not in love with him, you know? So, anyway. Yeah, Dr. Masumoto's already there, and he has everything we need for Soji's recovery. Oh, I wanted so badly to be by Okita's side, but I knew that I needed to tend to the wounded here, including Yamazaki. If I leave Okita to Dr. Masumoto, I think everything will be all right. As I turned these thoughts over in my mind, Yukimura, I want you to go to Osaka with Soji. What? I wasn't expecting this. My eyes grew wide. He's like, dude, I'm not stupid. I can go with Okita? You don't want to? No, it's not that at all. Like, of course I do. I love him. I mean, I'm cool with that, yo. We're trying to play cool, but he's like, I'm not stupid. I'm like hard up for everything. I'm like angry all the time, but like I'm not dumb. I was just wondering why though. He's like, girl. He's like, because you're in love with him? I am. I mean, it's pretty obvious to everybody but you. We know. Kyoto will be a battlefield soon enough. If you stick around here, I'm worried you'll be sucked into the worst of it. And you love Soji, and I'm just a romantic at heart. That's what he's saying. Most of all, if I leave Soji unattended, who knows what he'll try to pull. Hijikata, I almost cried. I was so thankful for him. I could still be with Okita. Thank you. Thank you so much. He's like, what? He knows. I bowed deeply to Hijikata. Final chapter! But we're going to end this here. Sorry. So we'll see our final chapter, the roundup and blah, 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 and whatever. And now it's December 20th. I'm going to guess that January, it wasn't supposed to be January, it was supposed to be like November maybe. I don't know. But the next day was I don't get it. Anyway. So I'm going to wrap this part up here. And in the next part, we'll do our final chapter, and then we'll do our bad ending and our unrequited love ending like we always do. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.